Yes, it truly means the world. This is what we work on since day one when those new freshmen come in June and they want to work their butts off to get that national championship and engulf yourself in that Oklahoma legacy and grind every single day towards that goal. And we learned so much throughout this year in preseason and in season from the first meet till this last meet. We have grown so much as a team. We are so close as a team. And I am so proud of all of these girls, and I would not be able to do it without them.
Jordan, so much was made, and I think unfortunately that's the nature of sports when Oklahoma didn't win last year because the expectations are so high. And now with this win, it's been 3 out of 4. But let's go back a year to that disappointment. I mean, you were there. You were in the finals, but you didn't win at all. And that standard seems almost insufferable, but that's what you and your colleagues deal with every day, and that's why you want to be there, isn't it?
Yes, for sure. That was definitely a setback last year, but we learned so much from it and we grew so much from it as well. So I really did think it helped us this year. You know, we had a little bit of a chip on our shoulder and we had so much to prove to ourselves and everybody else. And we just never thought, we just always could improve every single meet, every single routine. So we were never too satisfied with ourselves, which really helped us as well.
I know the first year in the SEC, so much has been made out of that, and the SEC had the defending champ. But in terms of going through that, I mean, Oklahoma is competing with the best all the time before the SEC and even during it. How do you prepare during the season, knowing that you have to get to this point in the middle of April on that final weekend?
Yes, so we definitely work towards peaking at the right time, which is postseason, which is end of March into April. So we work on that all preseason, and being in the SEC has truly been such an amazing experience. We have competed against these teams before, years prior, and all of that, but being in the SEC week in and week out, going to these incredible universities with incredible fan bases, it has truly been so amazing being in all of those environments and doing all together. We learned so much from it as well, and super excited for the years to come for this program in the SEC.
And Jordan, there's so much. There's a competition, obviously, within the team competition, and that's where I want to go next, which you, of course, won. I know ultimately you don't get to where you are without being a great teammate, but in terms of thinking about your own marks, I mean, obviously they play a big role. How does that work with the game within the game, so to speak?
Yeah, I definitely really focus on the team. Team comes first. And if our team does well, and the individual accolades will come, and truly blessed to have gotten the individual national championship, especially in my senior year as well. Such an incredible way to go out, but I would not be able to do it without my team. They push me day in and day out, every single day. The coaches always push me. They never let me be complacent with anything, and they know that I can do so good for myself and my team, and I'm just so blessed for all of them.
Jordan, you grew up a couple of states away from Oklahoma, but I read something that as a young teenager, you had already made up your mind where you wanted to go. I mean, that's we hear about this, but that's crazy. Take us back to being 13.
Yes, I committed to the University of Oklahoma at the age of 13, which is kind of crazy to think about, especially because the rules have changed now, so you can't commit that early. But I have always been a Sooner fan. I have always loved watched OU gymnastics growing up, and I wanted to be a part of that legacy. I'd been going to summer camp since I was like 8, 9 years old and engulfed in that culture, and I just wanted to be a part of it so bad, and I had known these coaches for so long as well, so being a part of it has been nothing short of incredible. And it feels like I've just been a Sooner for way longer than 4 years because of my passion for this university before that as well.
So Jordan, when you commit at that age, I mean, you're known because you were an aspiring, an ascending young gymnast. But um, I'm sure, or maybe I'm not sure, but I would think that the recruiting process continued. How did you deal with everyone wanting you, even though you had already said, "I'm going to Norman"?
Yeah, especially in that time, there is such a long time between me committing and going to the University of Oklahoma, but my commitment never waived. I had always wanted to be a part of this program and this coaching staff. They have stayed together for 19 years, which is truly incredible, and they know each other inside and out. They know each girl inside and out, and I'm just so blessed to be a part of it and to leave my legacy on this program as well.
Jordan, what gets me about Oklahoma, I was out there a couple of months ago, and there are the trophies over here for softball. There are the trophies for football, but this is now the seventh national championship in gymnastics. I assume, as you laid out, that was part of the reason. But how would you describe to those who have not been part of that community, what makes the University of Oklahoma so unique?
Yes, this place is truly my home, and it has felt like home since I stepped on campus and when I committed at that young of age, too, which is why I wanted to come here. This university feels like a family. Everybody is there for you, no matter if they're a gymnastics fan or not. Sooner Nation is truly the best fan base in the entire world, and we could not do it without them. They are so passionate about every single sport, whether it is women's or men's. They are all in for us, which really gives that family aspect as well, and I've loved being a part of it.
So you mentioned being a senior. This was it, and I'm sure with that there had to be a little bit of drama. I mean, having watched you over the weekend. By the way, we just learned a minute ago that the ratings for this event were just breathtaking. Jordan, more than 1 million people watching. It's the second most viewed gymnastic event ever. At the very end, it peaked at 1.5 million. I'm sure when you were young and starting your career in the gym and maybe 4 or 5 people gathered to watch you, did you ever dream that you would be competing in front of that many people around the country?
Oh my gosh, it is truly such a blessing to be competing in front of all of these people and our families and the fan base and everybody watching. Women's gymnastics has truly grown so much, and I've loved watching it over the years and how much it has grown, even from my freshman year till this year. It has grown so much, and seeing how much people love this sport and they want to learn about it because it is a little bit of a confusing sport, but they're willing to learn and they love it in person and on TV and so much coverage and so blessed to be a part of that growth as well.
Jordan, I know when it's all over, there has to be an exhale. But as you and your team started thinking about it, I mean, what's it like to not only be the individual champ, but more important to the university to be the overall champ? I mean, how do you celebrate something like that?
Yes, it is such a surreal feeling bringing a national championship back to Norman, Oklahoma. And we are all so proud to be Sooners, and we love this university with all of our hearts. So, putting everything out on the line for this university, for our team, for the coaches, for each other, and we do it all side by side. And it is such an incredible feeling when we get to that feat and we're standing there with the trophy and all the confetti, and it just goes to show you that all the hard work pays off. All those good days, the bad days, we do them all together, and this is what makes us us.